Hi, this is Michael Orl of MobileBurn.com, and today I have with me the Motorola H17txt Bluetooth headset. It comes paired up with a bit of Android software that will allow the phone to read your text messages to you up to 25 words in length as they arrive without having to actually touch the phone. This is a promotional box. It's not what the headset's actually going to be sold in, so don't expect to see all this weird foam and everything. Here's the headset itself. We'll set this aside and see what else appears to come in the box first. Got some basic instructions for getting the MotoSpeak application for Android. It's a charger. It's a micro USB charger, I think. You see right there, it's attached because there's no use of a separate cable for a headset. Little user guide and some extra rubber ear gels and 2 extra loops. The earpieces appear to have different size rubber loops on them for sizing purposes, so you get the best fit. So here's the Motorola H17txt headset itself. And see, it's quite small. Just for comparison, here's one of the new Jabra Extreme headsets. So you can see smaller than the Jabra Extreme. The device weighs 0.317 ounces according to Motorola. Very, very small, has about 5 hours of talk time and up to 7 days worth of standby time. Let's take a quick look at the hardware configuration. You can see it looks a lot like some of the other flip headsets we've seen from Motorola in the past. The microphone boom acts as a power switch, flips out for when it's in use and back down to turn it off. Got a protective cover here, or two. And you can see there's no loop here on this rubber piece right now. It's just the ear loop for going around the ear. I showed you the extras that came in the package though, so if you want to use it without a ear loop, presumably that would help. Looks like we've got volume controls, volume down, volume up, talk and call button right there, and micro USB port on the back. Pretty straightforward. Well, the headset's got some cool features of its own, even if you're not using an Android smartphone. For example, if you press down up and down volume at the same time,
battery level is high.
It tells you how much battery power you have left. I've put one of the alternate ear cushions on the H17 and tried it without the ear loop. With the ear loop, it just wasn't big enough for my ear. My ear is too tall, I guess, and it keeps the ear speaker from being in the right position near the ear canal. This loop version, though, it goes in ear and doesn't have anything that goes over top of the ear, seems fairly secure and definitely positions better for me. So it offered a comfortable fit and got it into the right position as well. I've always been a fan of the folding microphone and how it acts as a power switch, and you're seeing power switches on a lot of new Bluetooth headset designs now, which I think just shows that it's always been a good idea. We'll have to test out the audio quality, though, and see how it works. The headset also tells you when a phone connects or disconnects from it. Can pair up to 2 devices at the same time, and I'm going to turn on one of the phones here so it connects. And now it's been connected. If I disconnect it, okay, we're going to power on the headset here, and it should automatically tell us that it's ready to pair, at which point I will link it up with this HTC Incredible I have. There's the headset, and let's pair it up now. And the pairing is complete, as you heard in the voice prompt. So I previously went ahead and paired up the H17 with this Motorola Click here, and I just turned it on. You're going to see in a second that it's automatically going to connect. And there it is. You can see it's connected to, it says phone and media audio. That means it is supporting the headset profile as well as the A2DP profile, which is what allows it to get the better quality sound for the voice. We're going to send a text message to the phone, and hopefully MotoSpeak will pick it up and then read it to us through the headset here.
Message from +19086358350. This is a test of the MotoSpeak application.
Now you can see that sounded pretty good. And often case, it is quite good, but we've had some problems in the past, especially with the older version of the MotoSpeak application on Android, with stuttering. When I initially tested this device, you couldn't understand a word that was being said. I've also noticed that occasionally when the headset is turned off, you'll end up with the MotoSpeak application talking through the speaker on the phone. It happened a couple of times on Android. It happens all the time on the BlackBerry platform. There are settings for configuring that, especially with the Pro version, which offers more functionality like reading email and stuff like that. But the software still needs some work, but in general it's a really good concept, and it's a really, really nice headset in and of itself. I'm going to walk you through the MotoSpeak application just so you can see some of the settings that are available. Just turned it on there by hitting that big button. There's not much to see here until you go into the preferences. Here are a list of all the things you can do. You can configure, how fast it speaks. There's only one voice included with the free version of the application. You can say how many words of a message to read and things like that, whether to play the text or just senders and the actual message body itself. There's also support for reading email and then other things like that inside the Pro version, just not the free version that you can get from the Android market. A decent amount of functionality. I just haven't found it to be a particularly stable app. I just had to restart it again. It had turned off for some reason. So it's a good work in progress, but it's not quite done. Since we had such poor luck with the Android version of the application, I've downloaded MotoSpeak, which is called drivesafe.ly for the BlackBerry platform, and we're going to test it out right now. Just sending a text message, and it should come through nice and clearly. Really good quality audio on that. The speech synthesis works quite well, and even got my last name pronounced correctly. So that's my quick look at the Motorola H17txt. It's a really nice Bluetooth headset. Great design, very small, very light, great audio quality, and a lot of different fit options here. You have various ear gels with different small loops here. You can put it over top of your ear with a couple different loops. I love how it shuts off as soon as you fold it closed. Very simple to use, and the MotoSpeak applications for the BlackBerry and Android platforms add some additional functionality you wouldn't get from other headsets. I even like the way that the phone talks to you. Just heard that it said it was connected to phone 2. It walks you through pairing processes and stuff like that. So again, that's the Motorola H17txt, a really nice Bluetooth headset. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.